Yes. I'm a girl. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a show that we really don't know the name of.
So we're having
My name is Tony Wesley. This is
Dickerson.
And that is
Rashan Broadnax.
And I was told it
of
was
the
bad
New Jersey, bro.
Wait, why did I do this?
I know, right?
To Newark.
But I'm not supposed to toast with water. I heard that's bad luck.
I'm supposed to
Okay.
Dawn has a drinking problem.
You better stop it, boy.
Beverly Ford.
Right?
Betty Ford is calling her name.
Okay.
Beverly Ford.
That's the black version.
Right.
It's up on Minnesota Avenue.
And you know what? I don't remember.
And she got to be back by 9 o'clock.
Right,
So
that's
gotta
the
get through this.
maintenance.
That is funny. So did we look at the research that I sent you all on how Target called Justin J?
I did.
I need a find me a I wanna give me a heartbreaker with the table fade, and he ain't gotta be paid, but he gotta be trade. I used to fuck with
so
them
Tony had an opportunity to watch that video. We encourage you all to catch
Yes, and I
yourself.
will be watching it again as soon as these people get out of my house.
Todrick
Can
Hall.
I take a drink?
Todrick Hall Thug THUGT.H.U.G. Encourage everybody to go watch that.
Because it's actually good.
It is a good
I
video.
thought it was.
Actually, his videos are always very good and they're very creative. I never just understand why they just seem to go to a point and then that's it. Even from like when he was dancing in Target.
He needs a good manager.
Yeah, but I think it probably has a lot to do with, his background, and it's just like
I think it's the fear of the gay issue. I mean, that song is a very good song that could definitely be on top 40 radio today. And
what was the someone else did a song called "I Need a Thug" or something like that some years ago?
Well, who did do that?
It was a gay guy?
Oh no! Well, what he said was he modeled that song off of "I Need a Soldier," the Beyonce and Destiny's Child.
Okay, because they did bring that up in what's his name, Justin J.
Yeah.
That was part of his argument. He said, oh no, I'm sorry, not
Todrick.
Justin J.
Todrick said it in his comment, his reply back.
Oh, wait a minute, was that Todrick?
It was Todrick. That was Todrick. Okay, so to fill everybody in,
know that.
there's a big controversy on YouTube that's going on between a YouTube blogger, Justin J, and Todrick Hall, and it's around this T.H.U.G. Thug video that Todrick has put out.
I was watching you spelling. We're grown.
Well, I know, because I just like the fact. I just like the fact.
Unnamed podcast.
Right. I just like the fact that he made an emphasis of stretching out the thug. Yeah, stretching out the thug. And it's an interesting conversation because Justin J is raising an issue around, and please help me because I didn't quite follow or support a lot of his argument. I thought Todrick did an outstanding job responding to it, but because Todrick took every piece of that
argument,
and really explained himself.
Was there any validity in what the first guy was saying?
Well, that's the question I have for you two. Is there any some validity in it? Because the bottom line is, I guess Justin J was trying to say that Todrick was over sexualizing black gay men. Is that fair?
I think that was it. But I'll tell you what my take was, because
bad.
I got that, that was his argument. Fine, that's your opinion. However, I felt a little hate.
Yeah, clearly.
And he said, he does have issue with him. But I said, so this video, you're giving me less of, the idea that they're over-sexualizing, but more of your hate. You're talking, because you're attacking him personally more so than, based on the basis of the video. Mm. It was more of a personal attack, talking about, I can't think of anything specific off the top of my head, but it seemed a little more personal as opposed to just an objective view of the video. Right. Oh, because he said, just now you see color. Yeah. Before you wanted the chisel-faced white guy with the blue eyes and da-da-da, but now you want a thug. Yeah. And so to me, it was just more like personal digs as opposed to sir.
Yeah, but if you're making a marketing about something in particular, especially like, for example, the one that he did the takeoff on the Wizard of Oz. I mean,
is that the one with the white guy in the picket fence or
yeah.
something? Okay,
yeah.
because I didn't
and that's
see it, but
something
they
that got
brought it
referenced, right?
Yeah, but I mean that's sort of like nobody would say, okay, you're doing a parody of the Wizard of Oz. You throw a black person in there.
No, and see,
nobody's gonna say.
But understand that
even
why you
related to the Wizard of Oz. He was saying, you were going after, you're more interested in the white guy, and he was making it more about that, more so than any, what did the video depict?
Right,
it was just more focusing on his attraction to a white guy. And
so he's just basically just calling him out because he's a quote-unquote snow queen or something?
That's what really wasn't clear. But Todrick's response was titled, "I'm not black enough."
Right.
Yeah, I'm not black enough.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I guess this must be some sort of criticism. And that's what I wanted you all to educate me about, really. Is this a criticism maybe that's common among Todrick Hall?
Well,
that he doesn't...
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't have a lot of conversations about him in my circle.
Okay.
About Todrick Hall?
Yeah.
I don't either.
Okay.
But in terms of just black guys who are into, or quote-unquote snow queens, there are sometimes put-downs about it because there are some... I mean, you'll go out and you'll go to a club, you can go to many clubs in D.C., you'll see a big group of white guys and there'll be that one black guy, and it's like, there is this feeling.
Yeah.
What's the feeling?
Well, that's what I was going to say.
I mean, you know what I'm talking about. There's just this feeling outwardly from other black people towards that one black person in that little...
But then I would ask, why do we do that?
Well,
I mean, because here you have... again, the devil's advocate, I can look at it too.
I mean, you can base it on many things. You can base it on the fact that, depending on what the guy looked like, it'll be like some fine, chiseled black man. Mm-hmm. He's, around a bunch of little twinks, and it's like, okay, that's what you went to or something. It could be the jealousy factor. It could be just people who just have that natural teaspoon of racism in them that have a problem with it.
Okay,
so it could be many things.
But what if I'm that black guy, that's sole black guy in the group of white guys, and I'll take it because I know some people who went to, say, predominantly white boarding schools.
Right.
They were
even just grew up in...
Went to predominantly white boarding school, then went to predominantly white college. So you, and I don't know if we had kind of talked about this before, but it's what you are used to.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's what you become familiar with.
Exactly. And then so I look at it, my way of telling is I look at how they're dressed. Mm-hmm. And if they're dressed similarly, then I say it's probably what you're used to.
Yeah.
Right. If they happen to be wearing sort of like, say, an American Eagle polo shirt.
Yeah, that's a telltale sign. Oops, no you didn't.
Because this is for the males, straight up, y'all.
Didn't get locked in here because the shade has become real.
Oh, that's so funny.
No, but you brought up the fashion thing. But I'm just saying. But I wasn't trying to call you out, but, I'm not saying that's even like, because I think it's more polo, not American Eagle. Isn't it? Or does it even matter?
Well,
polo, it's a polo period.
Polo, but, polo is passe right now, so.
Is it?
Polo the brand or polo shirt?
Polo the brand is kind of passe.
But okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh. Again, depends on what circle you're in.
Yes.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Anyway.
I mean, I was never like a big polo, even though I'm sitting here in a polo shirt. I
don't
know, polos always make me feel like a dad.
American crew.
They always make me feel like a dad. And I haven't done laundry.
I
haven't done laundry. That's why I'm wearing this. And the middle age spread has started, so now I have to wear some looser stuff. So that's why I'm wearing this. Such concern and help. So
okay, but we all agree that Thug is a very outstanding video.
Oh yeah,
Justin J has some personal issues he might need to resolve among himself, and
I think just needs to have because I was, as I listened to him, I couldn't focus on the reasons he was giving, as to why this was so bad and over sexualizing black men. But then that has been something that has been done for so long.
Right. In the opposite direction where women have been
sexualized
in
the
videos.
same thing with women. So
Exactly.
I think,
people
but
are
then
complaining,
when you
but
go
still.
back, let's go back in history. We've kind of been looked at on both sides as sexually desirable creatures.
Yeah.
You know, so
which we are.
It's something I guess that has just become the norm or kind of been ingrained. Yeah. And now it has traveled into our hip hop culture and all of that.
Yeah.
And what you see with all the videos, you know, the booty girls and all that kind of stuff. So,
or maybe he's just surprised that people are bringing to attention something that Middle America doesn't necessarily feel like that's part of the gay culture, because there are guys that dress like that give that vibe, that, you know, that exists like that. You know, fake or not fake. There are guys that are just like that. You know, not necessarily the DLs, but some of them too, but, you know.
Well, you know, I used to dress like that myself.
No.
Oh, with the pants hanging off your butt?
I did. But it was exactly back in New Jersey when I was younger, because that was what, again, like kind of along with what Justin made a point, you know, that's what was attractive to people. And so we tend to kind of do those things, you know, as I was kind of figuring out.
But were you doing that to attract other people, or you were doing that because it was fashion?
No, it was more or less because that was what was the fashion, but because it was the fashion, that's what was attractive. So, you know, we looked in the magazines and that's what you saw. And when you looked in the magazines, you saw a well-looking guy as well. So those are the things you try to become. And I'll say, at least for me, while I was trying to figure out who is this person going to be. So I've gone from one end of the spectrum all the way to the other.
Now the question, do we think this video is going to hurt Todrick Hall's brand? Because this is something way different, though, from what he's used to doing.
No.
Really? It'll elevate his
I think it's good to...
I mean, have you watched a lot of his videos? Because
I have watched some, but I'm not... Yeah, they are. Yeah,
creative.
he does an outstanding job. He
does these, I don't know what you call them, but he has a series of these videos where he does like 4 individual shots of him, where he's basically doing
the same character with a different character.
Where he's basically like doing his own like quartet, or foursome, singing different parts of the song. I mean, he's always like really
on people that do that on YouTube.
But I'm just saying he does it.
Yeah,
he does it very well.
I guess take one and then in the editing.
But it's the fact that he has the timing to stop and let the other him do it. You know, I mean, it's just amazing to me. I mean, that takes a lot of skill. Oh, you haven't seen the ones?
No,
They're very good. They're really good.
Yeah.
Like he does a tribute to, I think, Beyonce, and he does one to Britney, where he sings a lot of different Britney songs, or Christina Aguilera. Aguilera.
Okay. But so Justin's book, Todrick's booked and busy, and so, Justin, I think that, argument was probably just a little bit of waste of time, or something you were doing to get some additional YouTube.
And was this particular person, I'm sorry, I'm going to cut you off, but is this somebody you're
Justin J,
you're familiar with?
Justin J is pretty messy. He gets involved in a lot of controversial subjects on Black YouTube. That's what I call it. Like they have Black Twitter, they have Black YouTube, and Justin J is usually in the middle of something, causing some kind of stir. So I'm starting to see now that it's more like, I guess, a clickbait type of thing for him.
But is it like on a legitimate level, or does it make him kind of look like he's just bitching and moaning?
It kind of makes him look like he's bitching and moaning, because every fight that I've seen him engaged in, he really loses the battle.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he really does lose the battle.
Like he just makes himself just look stupid just in a way.
He does.
When you listen to it, I like I said, I was following along, and I was like, okay, I can see your point. And I am not a person who follows Todrick Hall.
Right.
So I'm just imagining what you're saying. And okay, so you're saying that this person has always kind of featured the I'm going to say Aryan white, but the very white guy with the blue eyes, the blonde hair, that kind of guy. And then now all of a sudden he's done something different, and so now you choose to have issues.
You mean like in terms of what he personally likes in terms of relationships,
that was
or just the people?
That was also brought into it.
I mean, I've seen, like, he had a documentary on FX, and he sort of like, I mean, I don't know if it was his best friend or lover or whatever, but they were very, touchy-feely with each other. But I can't really necessarily see. I've looked at his videos and they just seem very like he's kind of like anti-black or anything. Because he does a mixture of people, his dance routines and everything. So it's just like, it just seems like to be a part of him in terms of just the way he's doing it.
Is where you
and I think given the level of creativity that he's given, you can't slam that for nothing. You will have to come up with something, other than what was that on his shirt, like bananas or something?
I don't know.
And the things like, it's like, come on, man.